charmed life in round 2. We won another roll. So whose life is really charmed? Turn 1 Thoughtseize is always a nice start, even though we have nothing to do on turn 2. We have turn 3 Snapseize. And we see, oh, red-green Escape Shift. Well, I'm a little tempted to just take Search for Tomorrow and try and get him. But we can actually take Escape Shift now, prime time on 3. It's probably more realistic than trying to mana screw the deck that has 40 mana sources. I guess prime time is actually more important than Escape Shift. At least at first. Especially because Escape Shift's theoretically counterable, but Titan is cavernable. So we'll start there. Do you think it is a semi-charmed kind of life? Or a fully charmed kind of life? These are the questions that keep me up at night. Suspension. Boop. Theoretically a 2-drop, but not actually a 2-drop. I think I am just ambush vipering. Gotta get in there, you know? I was gonna say, we saw the foothills in the mountain, but did have another land. If I get a bunch of cards in my graveyard, I'm going to delve them all away anyway. And I'm pretty far away from even that, so let's just get some pressure on board. Yeah. Get a couple pot shots in, and then, like, hopefully make it so 2 tar pit attacks can be lethal. Or, like, a Tasker comes down, and then Tasker plus tar pit attack is lethal. We don't have a lot of, we don't have, like, a compulsive or Jace or anything, so we're gonna have to play it this way. And hope we can, close the door in time. Opponent did have plenty of lands, so I'm glad we didn't try and mana screw him. Not that that was had any chance of being a viable strategy. It is always tempting when you see somebody light on lands when you can just take a theoretical land with your discard spell. But with Explorers cycling and the deck playing like 26 lands or whatever, it seems pretty ambitious to cross your fingers in that way. Explore. I wonder if Steve's gonna do some blocking duty. Only Heart Expedition is scary. We do have a Tech Edge for a natural Valakut, which these decks do utilize. But yeah, imagine how much better Sakura Tribe-Elder would be if damage stacked. When Sakura Tribe-Elder was around, and damage did stack, there weren't a lot of like X1s attacking, but there's a bunch of X1s attacking nowadays. Bobs and Snapcasters and Pyromancers and tokens. Delvers. I'm trying to think of more X1s, modern playable X1s. I guess there's not too many that can be blocked by Tribe-Elder. Hey, something I can actually victim. A bolt. Is it gonna go... Oh, okay. Thought it would go Tribe-Elder Shuffle to try and play land off the top, but I guess they want the bolt. See what I was saying about the diminishing returns of Delve? Shucks. Well, if I victim and a Snapcaster dies, yeah, I'm still one short from playing Tassie. Worse Oblivion Strike. Modern playable. Of course, just trading and then drawing the bolt. It's a pretty great draw. I was wondering if they were going to cast it or save it for a tar pit for a turn. Could be fancy and bounce it, but I think we just play Tassiker. And I'm not worried about Delve or anything like that. I'll leave up Tech Edge in case Valakut comes down, so they can't go Valakut, activate Colony Heart and kill the Tassiger. Alright, we faded like a Titan for a turn. That's all we really needed. Now we have Cryptic up. Ooh, another Tech Edge. Yeah. Could get fancy, but I think I just want to leave up Cryptic. Can leave up Cryptic plus Tech Edge. Alright. I assume that game one is probably not the most favorable, especially with the weird way that our draw played out, but it worked out pretty nicely. So yeah, Spreading Seas, not great. Not as good as it is in other matchups, but I think it's still worth playing. The natural Valakuts are actually a real threat from this deck. And Cavern, if they have to play a Cavern early for mana, you can get it before they get to protect the Titan with it, so that's good. Vendilions for the same reason as last time, and Thoughtseize for the same reason as last time. Inquisitions are actually much better in this matchup than against the other deck, because this deck's cheap cards are much more impactful. But they also, at least from the other deck, if they Primal Commanded for an Eternal Witness, you had a window to Inquisition it. This deck just plays its cheap cards, so maybe I don't want Inquisitions. And then spot removal is obviously quite poor. So I'll leave in Victims and Damnations. No, that doesn't make sense. I'll leave in Cut, Victim, Slaughter Pact. And then I want these 8. I get one more. I don't really want any of this removal, so I guess we will just play an Inquisition. Yeah, I think 4 spot removal is probably enough. Actually, these things are stinky again. Get some Inquisitions. Even though they're not amazing, you can always just throw them away to a Vendilion or Compulsive if they're really that bad. There's also situations where you can do things like bounce your Courser, like counter your Titan, bounce your Courser, untap, Inquisition it. Probably not the most common play line, but I bet it comes up from time to time. Time after time. What's with the random music references today? I cannot explain it. I will say Lake Street Dives album came out a couple weeks ago now. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. It is hot fire. Hot fire. They were on Conan a couple days ago. They were on Colbert a couple weeks ago. They are just killing it. Yeah. Obviously lead with Inquisition. Wow, that hand is bad. Cinderglade Mountain. It's a little weird because now I can't really Thoughtseize. I know my draws have been awful tonight, says Charmed Life. Yeah, that's the burden of playing a ramp deck. You gotta have luck on your side to draw the right percentages of each portion of your deck. I'm 1-4 on the night thus far. Not a good record. I usually do all right. I feel bad, but like I also don't want to be like, yeah, well, that's because I don't think your deck is good. I also don't want to say sorry because like this game's not over. Like we could easily lose. Probably going to quit after this and go bash my head against the wall. Slam. Smack. Smack my head against the wall. Don't know what that censored word is. The Moto censor is pretty ridiculous if you were not aware. My favorite is when it censors parts of card names. Yeah, that happens. Because it's just an auto text filter. So, like cockatrice has a naughty word in it, so it censors it. Pretty humorous. Well, they've drawn new cards. I don't really need to rush this Jace out there. I think I want to play safe here. Jesus! How are those your two draws? Well, I can take Scape Shift, and then if they draw a non-cavern land, I leak the Titan. And if they don't play the Titan, then next turn I can snap. Get it? I want to feel really stupid if I take Scape Shift here and they draw exactly Cavern. That would be extremely upsetting. Swamp so I can victim if they just play a Courser or something. Don't Cavern me, bro. Calmly Heart. You got it. Tassie. Yeah. Yep. Get out of here. Let's draw... I guess it doesn't really matter. I was going to say, if we draw a land, we get to play Tasker, and if we draw... If we don't, then we just play a Jace, but... Worked out. And I am going to delve to leave up Leak. Oh, I can't. I only have 2. Oh, because the Thoughtseize got flashed. Oops. Alright, so I guess I'll just play Jace to leave up Leak. I will draw. It's another way to use your discard plus Jace and then use a discard spell. Hope they drew something you can hit with it. See, step 1 of the plan is give them cards for free. Then after that, I should attack first in case they draw Bolt. Opponent should not have been F6 in case they drew Bolts. Okay. Tectonic Edge, you say. Start here. If they drew a land, they would have played it. Oh, well, bluffed me. Bluffed me good. We don't have Victim up, but it's okay. Not a big rush. Not a lot of creatures that I couldn't counter that I would need to kill quickly. Ding. Now I have triple leak up. Pretty hard to beat that. Thoughtseize was a good draw. I have 4 of them and there was one in my opener. I don't understand what the complaint is there exactly. This has got to be his nightmare matchup, and he kind of got pummeled. They kind of got pummeled, excuse me. Yeah. Get around Bolt on Snappy. GG's. On to the next one. Life is a parade of absurdity and pain. I'm out to do some self-destructive drinking. Have a good night, friend. Good night.